Welcome to The Explainer. You know, every city has a secret, a mystery that costs millions and wastes one of our most precious resources. So today, we're going on the hunt for phantom water.
Right, so every single year, cities all over the world watch as millions of gallons of clean, treated water it just vanishes from their systems. It's this huge issue called non-revenue water. And look, if you think the answer is just about finding and plugging leaky pipes, you're only seeing a tiny, tiny piece of the puzzle. The real story is actually way more surprising. Okay, so let's break this down. This non-revenue water isn't just one thing. A big chunk of it is what we call real losses. Yep, your classic leaky pipes. Another part is apparent losses, which comes from stuff like theft or just meters that aren't working right. But then there's this third, often overlooked slice of the pie, unbilled authorized consumption. This is the really interesting part, because a lot of this lost water isn't lost at all. It's just hiding in plain sight. So let's put on our detective hats for a second and really dig into this unbilled authorized consumption. I mean, what is it, really? I know, unbilled authorized consumption is a bit of a mouthful, but the idea is actually pretty simple. It's all the water your city uses on purpose for essential public services. We're talking about water that's used legally, totally legitimately, but it just never ever shows up on a bill. So from a financial point of view, it's basically invisible. And this is where it gets even trickier. You see, sometimes this water usage is metered, so at least the city has a record of how much was used. But more often than not, it's completely unmetered. Just think about that for a second. It's a total unknown. And that's where the real puzzle starts. Because how do you manage something you can't even measure? So, what are we talking about here? What are these essential services that are using all this invisible water? Well, let's take a look at how this water is actually critical for our communities every single day.
Yeah, we're talking about the water firefighters are using to put out fires and save lives. Or the water used to flush out the water mains to keep our drinking supplies safe and clean. It's what washes our streets, what keeps the public parks green. You know, this isn't luxury stuff. These are absolutely essential civic functions, and they're all powered by this unbilled water. And the scale we're talking about can be pretty staggering. I mean, take this example from Zarqa, Jordan. They found they used over 8,500 cubic meters of water in a single year just for firefighting. To put that in perspective for you, that's enough water to fill more than 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and that's for just one of those categories, in just one city. But that, of course, raises a huge question. If all this water isn't being metered, how on earth do cities even know how much is being used? Well, the simple and kinda alarming answer is they don't really know for sure. They have to guess. It becomes an educated guess, an estimate, based on things like, well, how many fire hydrants did we flush this month? Or what's the tank capacity on our street cleaning trucks? And, you know, this process of guesswork is exactly where things start to get messy. It opens the door for what experts call data handling errors. A little miscalculation here, a wrong assumption there, and pretty soon the city's whole water balance sheet is totally skewed. It becomes almost impossible to know where the water is really going. In fact, specialists in water management figure these estimates can be off by as much as 20%, plus or minus. Just let that sink in. That isn't a tiny rounding error, it's a massive range of uncertainty for something as vital as a city's water supply. Okay, so why does getting this number right matter so much? I mean, who cares if it's off by a bit? Well, this is where we get to the real aha moment of this whole story. So let's look at what's been happening in South Africa. Some municipalities there started to realize that if they could just properly account for all this unbilled, unmetered water, they could completely change how they think about water loss. So what they found was wild. Before, a city's books might show a huge amount of apparent water loss and a really small amount of authorized use. But once they went back and properly estimated all that water for firefighting and street cleaning, the numbers completely flipped. Suddenly, the authorized use column shot way up and the apparent loss shrank like crazy. And this all happened without fixing a single leaky type. It's an accounting shift, not a physical one. And this simple administrative fix is a total game changer. The whole focus shifts from being reactive, like always chasing down leaks, to being proactive. Instead of just sending crews out to find physical problems, cities can start focusing on improving their metering accuracy and billing efficiency. You know, the places where the real loss might be happening all along. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that a city's phantom water problem might not be buried in the pipes under the street at all. It might just be hiding in the spreadsheets on a city manager's computer. The question we all need to be asking isn't just where is the water going, but maybe, more importantly, how well are we even counting it in the first place?